Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Keith of Keith and Kay, my little Filipina. Kay is not here right now, she's in school, which is a good thing. Today I'd like to share something with you today. It's on a biblical note, and the topic is how Adam was created and how Satan was created. This is a topic that I believe not too many people know about unless you're of the Islamic faith. And I'd just like to share that with you and get what your take on it. But I believe it to be true. I get all this information from my holy book, which is the Holy Quran. And I just want to share it with you. This is a series of talks of information I'd like to share with you that I'll normally do while Kay's in school. I come home and nothing to do, so I thought I'd share some things with you that I truly believe in and I think would benefit the world. So let's get started. Before there was anything on this earth, anything, anywhere, it was God. It was Allah. The all-knowing, the all-wise. Before anything was here. And then he started creating things. He created the universe, all the stars, the sun, the moon that you see out there, the many galaxies that you see out there. And he created Earth as one of them. And on the Earth, he gave the sea life with fishes and different type of sea creatures. And on land, he made the animal life and stuff like that. But before that, he also created the angels. The angels are created from light, as the Holy Quran says. And along with the angel, there is the jinn nature, who was created from scorching hot fire. And yes, and the chief jinn was named Iblis. So you got the angels, and you had Iblis was his name. He controlled the universe. Iblis, which is a jinn, has that same nature somewhat as man. He has a free will, just like man, but he can be of the unseen. So anyway, let's get to the creation of man, of Adam. God told the angels, he assembled them all together and told them that he's going to create a man that he's going to place on earth to be a Khalifa. And he says, they questioned him. They didn't argue with him because angels, they're created to do exactly what God tells them to do. They may ask a question, but they do exactly what God tells them to do. You know, they can't do wrong. It's not within their nature. They were created to do wrong. They do exactly what God tells them to do. So God told them that he was going to make a man on the earth. And they questioned him and asked him what he calls bloodshed and calls corruption on earth. And God supposed to look at the angel and told him, I know what you do not know. So he created Adam out of some sticky dirt, earth, mud. He created him. And it's not not hard for him to do. All he has to do is say, be, and it is. So he created Adam. And he told the angels to bow down to Adam. Not bow down to worship, but just bow down to him in respect. Because he's going to be more powerful than the angels. Respect. And so they all bowed down. But except Iblis, he was a jinn. He didn't bow down. So God asked him, what prevented you from bowing down what I command all of you to? He said, well, you created me from fire and you created him from mud. I am much better than he is. He didn't like the status that God was going to put him in, to put Adam in, to be in charge of the earth. So he got arrogant, very arrogant. He disobeyed God, and that's something you don't do, you know, or you're going to suffer the consequences. He disobeyed God and said that I am much better than him. I will not bow down to him. So God told him, well, look, there's no place for you here, because they were all in paradise at that time. There's no place for you here. Get out. Get out. You're one of the wicked ones. You're arrogant. You disobeyed me, and you have to go. So Iblis is out the picture. So anyway, God told Adam, he created his wife Eve, we call her Hua in the Bible, to you and your wife to dwell in this garden and eat of everything you want, anything of your desire, eat it, you know. But do not touch this tree. Do not touch this tree, because if you do, you go into transgression and you'll be very disobedient. So Adam agreed, sure, yes, sir, yes. God. Howard language. Of course, they didn't speak English back then. It was a different type of language. But anyway, this is what the translator said. So anyway, as time went on, they enjoyed themselves in the garden, eating all the good things and having a wonderful time in paradise. Until Shaitan, who was very jealous, who was arrogant, he didn't like Adam in the first place, said, he began to whisper to Adam, why don't you go and eat from the tree? You know, they can't hurt you. You know, I think God is afraid that you might become angels or much greater than he, you know, so eat from the tree. He started to whisper in his mind thoughts like they do today. So him and Hua, they both slipped. They made a mistake, and they ate from that tree. And then they begin to feel shame. Wow, what have we done? What have we done? We disobeyed God. And God told them, did I not tell you to eat from this tree, or are you going to go into transgression? And they were so ashamed, they started picking the leaves of the tree, trying to cover themselves up. They were ashamed and hide their private parts and everything. They were very ashamed of what they did. They disobeyed God when God told them that. So God told angels, not the angels, excuse me, he told Adam, his wife Hua, Eve, that they cannot be here in paradise no longer. This is not fit for you now. Earth will be your dwelling place, and I will send time to time messengers, warners, to get you on the right track, and your offsprings, which are the children of Israel, not Israel, but the children of Adam, which we are, all human beings are. We're descended from Adam's. And so he put him on a parasite, sent him down to earth, to be your dwelling place. And he told Shaitan also. Shaitan been gone anyway. He was out. So he told Satan, the devil, Shaitan. He became the devil then. Satan. He was Iblis at first, but then when you have a heavy influence of other people and switch their minds, you become the devil, Satan. Some people call him Lucifer, the devil, Shaitan, Satan. But we refer to him as Shaitan in the Islamic world. So he was kicked out. He went to paradise. He told God, he told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you kicked me out of paradise, and I am going to get man. I'm going to approach him from the right, from the left, from the rear, both sides, until they all submit to me. And only your obedient servants you would take, you will have. Just give me respite. Respite. Give me time to the end of time. And I will show you how I can get all your servants, or most of them. Servants, I mean by us, human beings. We're all servants of God. Every human being is servants of God. So he, earth was a dwelling place. So that's how Adam was created, from mud, from God. And that's how Shaitan, Iblis, become Satan. If some people say, or some religions think, that it was a fallen angel. No, it was not a fallen angel. Angels obey God. They were created to obey him. Whatever he says do, they do. But like I said, Iblis, who was a jinn nature. Some jinns are good, some jinns are bad. A good nature. And he had the same nature as a man, the free will. He had free will, so he disobeyed God. He could do that. God created him that way. So that's what he did. So that's how actually Satan became in the world. Satan is not, as most people would think, a little red man, a devil with horns, and a pitchfork in the center of the earth in hell. No, that's not true. Satan is a jinn. He's of the unseen. You can't see him, but he sees you. And he knows everything about you, And they say that sometimes Satan's in all of us, in every last one of us. But we have to be aware of him. We have to be aware of the schemes of Satan. Because he can get in your head, whisper things in your head, just like he did our foreparents, Adam and Hua, and start suggesting things to your mind. Go do this. Go steal this. Don't believe in this. All this kind of stuff. And you may think it's you, but that'd be Satan. Any wrong thing that enters your mind, any wrong thought that enters your mind is Satan. Any good thought that enters your mind is coming from God. It's a lot more to this story. I'll share it with you at a later date. I'm skipping a lot of things for the sake of time, but I just want to jump over and just tell you some of the things that I do know. How Adam was created and how Satan was created. And Satan wasn't an angel that disobeyed God. It was a jinn. His name was Iblis. And that's how they both were created. Adam became a prophet of God. Prophet, they serve God. And God chose prophets from time to time. When man began to populate the earth, man began to get off course and start believing in things other than God, he sent a prophet. He'll send a prophet. He sent many prophets, Enoch. He sent many prophets, Noah, Moses, Abraham, many prophets, Ishmael, Jesus Christ. And the last of all prophets was Muhammad. And they all were Muslims. Muslim simply means submission. Submission and peace. Submission to the will of God. When you submit your will to God and you claim it, then you're Muslim. And you're actually, it says in our hadith, every human being is born Muslim. Because when they're born perfect. They're born submitting to God's will. And what changes them is the environment that they grew up in. That's what changed them. And either it can change it for the good or the bad. It's what the parents teach them. And that's why most people, when they grow from a young age, they follow whatever religion their parents teach them. They don't know any better. But when they're born pure. They're born good. And that born in sin? No. God says we're all accountable for our own sins. I'm accountable for my sins. Another person accountable for their sins. Everyone's accountable for their sins. So anyway, Islam is a way of life, more so than just a religion. It's a way of life. We live our life. We follow the last revelations of God that will get us into paradise, into Jannah when we die. And to watch out for Satan. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. He's going to attack your mind, going to attack your thoughts. When you look at the world today, you see many people out there doing wrong, robbing, stealing, killing, whatever that is, then that's Satan to attack their thoughts, attack their mind, And that's why God tells us to teach people, talk to people, try to tell them the right way, just like the prophets did. We're not prophets, but we follow what the prophets tell us to do. And so I followed Moses' time. People followed Moses until they went astray, and then God sent Jesus Christ to the children of Israel, because they were saved by Pharaoh, or saved by Moses from Pharaoh. And then people started going astray again, going into the dark ages when they thought they killed Jesus. And then that's another topic we got to get off into about the Bible. But anyway, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And I can't do even a half of, not even an inkling of anything. I'm just going to share a few things I do know. And I don't make all this stuff up. It comes straight from the Quran. And so anyway, I hope you all are doing a great time, enjoying yourselves, living a good life. And remember to always worship God. Let God be number one in your life, your Creator, who made you, who made me, who made all living things. That's all His signs out there. You can see the signs of God everywhere. When you look in the universe, you look at the sun, the moon, the stars, you look at the earth, trees, birds, animal life. That's all signs of God. He created all that, and us. So that's who we worship. We don't worship man or sticks, stones, or anything like that. But anyway, that's another story. I got many stories I want to share with you at a later time. Yeah, so this is just one of the many things I want to really share with you. How Adam, our first parents, were created, and how Satan was created. The devil. Okay, if you got any questions or any comments, please leave them below and I will answer them, And please subscribe to my channel, Keith and K Mother Filipina. This is not the only topics we're going to talk about. We go places, we do things, we want to go back to Philippines, but it's just a little too early now for us to go. She's in school now, and that pandemic thing is still going strong down there. So when the right time comes, we will go for sure. Hopefully be next year, inshallah. But if we go now, you're going to get quarantined for like 14 days in a hotel somewhere, which you had to pay for. And I'm not ready for that. So Allah told her, go to school. Thought, come, let's go finish school, get your certificate in the medical field. So that's what she's doing. So anyway, if you like the channel, like I said, subscribe below, ring the bell for future notifications, and if you subscribe, it helps us. It helps our channel out a lot, and it helps us a lot, and I appreciate that very much. So you guys have a great day. Share with each other good stuff, information, not bad stuff, and always believe in your Creator who created you, who made you. That's who you worship. You guys have a great day. See you later.